So, Al, you are just in the way. Okay, so at the time of this recording, this is the second testing I've done for the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, which I now am positive still, so I have to wait a few more days before I can go check again, and now my head is killing me and my throat is starting to close up. So and then I saw that Doug Walker, who is also known as the Nostalgia Critic, is doing a Dark Toons on Hazbin Hotel, and I'm thinking, shit. So I'm gonna react to this. Me and Doug, and for sure a lot of people too, not just me and him, don't really agree a lot on certain movies. And I honestly kind of want to know what his take on Hazbin Hotel is. I think he might like it because it's a cartoon and because they share something in common where they curse the crap ton. As well as, even though he did 1 year where he didn't curse, but still. But let's get into this. I actually want to see what his thoughts on this are. Again, my throat is killing me, but I'll give as much commentary as I can. It's been in 3, 2, oh, Spider-Gwen. Now.
Okay, so if you look at the title card, you may notice this is a kinda dark tune. The reason this is different is because I got behind on work this week, so I wasn't able to do a traditional Dark Toons episode. But I decided.
Also, I don't know how many people noticed. There's Bouette back here. There's also Garnet, but there's Bouette back here, which which sucks that there's no cons because I want to go get a Bowsette picture.
To review Hazbin Hotel. I saw this a while ago, and people, even though I said on like streams and stuff like that, a lot of people have been wondering what I think about it.
I'm guessing he probably likes it.
And I was saying to myself, it's kind of a dark tune. I mean, there's a lot of exceptions with it, being obviously for not for kids, and being more modern and stuff like that. But I figured talk about because there was a lot to talk about. So this is honestly just sort of a straightforward review. It's not as much a dark tune episode.
Really?
That's why I'm trying to emphasize it's kinda.
But I want it. Well, I guess you'll tell me in 20 minutes. Jesus.
Dark tune. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about with this.
Please.
And a lot of people have been asking.
Elaborate.
So this is kind of me making up for not having an episode this week. So this is just a fast thought on.
Please hurry. Please hurry. I have a cotton shirt on because it has my favorite character, and also I can't find my Alistair one. But my favorite demon from Hell of a Boss. Hellhound, I'm not entirely sure if Hellhounds count as demons. I don't know. Apparently you can adopt them.
The pilot, where I think it can go, and all the fun stuff involved with that. So I
actually want to see.
God, I was gonna say maybe the two of you that don't know. I mean, God, it's at 40 million views right now, and this came out last October. So clearly this is already a hit.
Almost a year, damn.
The plot, for anyone that doesn't know, the daughter of the devil in hell, it has put.
The daughter of Lucifer, because apparently him and the devil are technically separate people. But I think it has something to do with like the demon shadows, because you see in the opening of, you'll see.
Together this hotel to rehabilitate people, to make it so that they're no longer bad, to help them out, almost like an addiction place, like their addiction to evil. And obviously this doesn't go over that well with the people of hell, but as time goes on, she gets someone called Radio Demon who wants to.
He is called the Radio Demon. His name is Alistair.
Help.
I'm gonna be a fucking dumbass throughout this entire video, trust me.
The place out, though it looks like he has his own diabolical means. There's other.
Again, I don't care. Like everyone says, oh no, it's the TV demon or the Angel's Pimp. That's the actual villains. I'm like, they're the villains for the first season. Alistair is the main villain. If not, it's God. Probably.
Side characters and, staff that, of course, are all very crazy, goofy characters, and they're all going to interact off each other. And there's also...
Which I love.
So, we'll get more into this, but there's kind of a weird war going on, like a turf war over different parts of hell, which is kind of like a side story. So, and on top of that, it's a musical. There's songs in it, too. So... that's the initial setup, and the main character is very bubbly, very happy.
There's not that much editing in this.
Clearly doesn't belong in a place like this, but maybe that's why she should be in a place like this, as maybe we'll discover more. But
it's because she was born there. That's why. she got into hell because she was born into it, literally.
So the initial thoughts that I have, Cliff Note version, as I usually say at the beginning of these, I really like it. I thought it was wildly imaginative. I thought it looked fantastic. I mean, it's just visually, there's so much you can take in. I think it's a clever premise.
Sorry, like, literally yesterday, I went on an entire little, like, rant with, like, 5 different people on there because we were talking about... Someone said the greenlight more animated women's cartoons. I said, cool! Get Hazbin Hotel a home. Shit ton of people didn't like that. And they said a whole bunch of shit like, oh, they only use red. They only use... I'm like, shut the hell up. Which, man, like, it's good.
Anyone in...
One of the dumber things, and maybe it is because I'm still a bit like, what the hell's wrong with these people? I'm sorry, I'm going to be pausing it. One thing they brought up, it's like, oh, there's no jokes. The jokes are... There are jokes. There are jokes in this damn show, and a lot of it's the interaction between characters. It doesn't have to be, oh, this, punchline. Also, the stupidest thing I heard from them is... art has rules. Art doesn't have rules. You can draw whatever the hell you want. You can call it art. Anyways, sorry. That's just the whole thing that I did on Twitter. It's annoyed the hell out of me. And, yeah, anyways.
In hell, wanting to help people out, I think is a funny idea. But the fact that the idea of anyone in hell wanting to help people out, I think is a funny idea. But the fact that it's the daughter of the devil, I think is very funny. I also really like... You don't see the devil in this, usually in stories.
Well, you do, but I get what he's saying. He's not... The devil isn't prominent yet. Lucifer isn't prominent yet, but you do see him.
Like this, you would see, him there, especially if it's, like, related to the main character, but they don't, which I like. Maybe they're saving that. But there's kind of 2 ways to come at this. One is looking at as what it says it is, a pilot. Another is as its own self-contained entity, even though it's saying it's, part 1 of,
No. I would see this as a pilot and first episode. I wouldn't say this is one story within 30 minutes. I would not say that. And I guess unless it's... No, because it's the first episode. It's the beginning of it. I don't see this as, oh, this is the entire thing. Which you have something like... mangas which have one-shots, which are technically the pilots for their manga, for their comics, before their actual ones come out. And you can see that stuff like that. Like, I don't know how many people have read the manga Nora. It's funny enough, it's about hell, and it follows a human boy who is spiritually bound to the dog of hell, Cerberus, and they fight demons who basically escaped hell. It was pretty fun. Apparently didn't get much sales, so they had to end it quickly. And in the last, I think it's the last manga, they have the one-shots of the creator of Nora. And even in Shaman King, I think he did that too. Shaman King did it too, the creator for that one, and he did it for a racing manga he wanted to do.
Hopefully a series.
Yeah, I would say
it's
pilot.
Now, no part 2 has been announced. I'll make it very clear, I don't know much about the background of this pilot.
Well, from the point of this recording, Viv says that at some point this week, I think in like next 2 days, there's going to be news. I'm hoping that's the news that it got picked up by Netflix. At least from what I've seen, Hazbin Hotel is staying as a pilot until something picks it up. Whether it's a channel, streaming service, whatever, until it gets picked up, it's going to stay. It's just a pilot. While Hell of a Boss is going to be the YouTube show. I don't think Viv is trying to get that one sold off to anything. I think that one is going to be its own stuff on YouTube. I believe that is the case.
It's one of the reasons I didn't want to do just a traditional Dark Toons episode, because I feel like the research on this is kind of like its own other level, because I think it got like, through Patreon, through like years and years of development, and people like all across the internet apparently animated this, and it shows. I mean, like, the effort that's put into this, it's very, very clear, and apparently it's paying off. Like I said, it's at 40 million views. I mean,
I have a bin of pins over there because I have nowhere to put them up.
That's crazy. So
also, I don't know if I have a Blitz pin. I think I ordered 2 husks, but I never got Blitz. The original Blitz pin.
But if,
I'm gonna be pausing this shit a lot, trust me.
But just taking it as it is, the first thing that really hits me watching it is that I really like it as a pilot. I want to see more of this. It seems like there's a lot of possibilities.
Oh, that was a bad idea. My head hurts.
The people that come into the hotel, you can switch it up. You can have different types of problems and different types of evils and categories that they fall into. The staff. I mean, we only really get the staff at the end of the episode, but they're very unique, fleshed out characters.
Oh, I thought he meant his staff, like his cane. Oh god, I shouldn't have shrunk my head. Oh god. Sorry, I'm still feeling the sick. God damn it, my head hurts. Fuck. Alright, let's keep going.
Great to see him interact off.
We're only 4 minutes in. What the hell is that? No. Get the hell out of here.
Problems with the hotel, stuff like plumbing and cooking and room service and, dealing with the patients. All of this stuff is great possibilities just on its own, but having it in hell just adds a whole other dimension. It reminds me. It's
Father's Home for Imaginary Friends, but in hell. Kind of. You could do something similar to that, and be badass.
The show Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, which is kind of a similar idea. It's like a sort of an Office style show, but it takes place in hell. But it isn't just the Office, and they have a fiery background. Like
Taco Bell's
God, I don't give a shit about Taco Bell. I'm stuck indoors.
Legit make it's in hell. They're all devils. They all travel to Earth. They all try to get away with schemes that you would think hell would try to get away with. So that's what I like about it, is that there's definitely this environment and this identity that clearly has a lot of callbacks to a lot of things that you would recognize. You get like Ren and Stimpy animation in there. Sort of SpongeBob and Powerpuff Girls and stuff. It's very modern.
And that's also what I really like about the show too. This is gonna be me like basically going off of what he says and everything, but like I actually do like that basically they're trying to bring back old, like, now I wouldn't say old cartoons. No, they're trying to bring back early 2000s cartoons like animation style characters, because obviously animation has evolved since that point where the characters are more shorter, chubbier, or some stuff like that. Hazbin Hotel actually tries to, kind of have that early 2000s, like something like Billy and Mandy and stuff like that. You all freaking already know this shit, but still, like stuff like that. I like that.
Modern internet animation, I would say, kind of TV animation too, but this
I would say TV animation,
very
honestly.
Clearly from the internet, and I mean that as a good thing. It's very, very much this.
If he means by like it's very free, and I know he's gonna tell me in a second, but it's very free. Like, it does not give a shit. It doesn't have any advisors. Doesn't have any shit like that. Like, oh, you can't say that. You can't do this. They're like, no, we're gonna do whatever the hell we want. Yes, that is definitely what Hazbin Hotel is.
Style that you would see on, say, DeviantArt. I know I make fun of DeviantArt all the time, but it's like, there's a lot of great art on DeviantArt.
There really is.
There's just spectacular art on there. And if you go to YouTube animations and stuff, I mean, you see like people do animations for like Game Grumps videos and stuff like that. It's kind of that style.
Yeah, like Game Grumps too.
But it's funny because where those influences came from, is clearly stuff these animators have grown up with, like SpongeBob and Ren and Stimpy and so forth.
Yep.
There is also a big lean, whether they're aware of it or not, with Ralph Bakshi animation, especially sort of
yeah, I'd say
sort
that.
of the psychotic tone.
If I remember correctly for everyone, Ralph Bakshi is the guy who made shit. What is that one? It was like Roger Rabbit, but for adults. And he's done other shows like that too. Fred the Cat, I think. Apparently, that's like a really like raunchy one. But yeah, like that. I'd say it's similar to that. Like, again, like it's the point where like someone just said, "Corporate." That's funny. I'm gonna have this guy curse 10 times.
And sort of the you shouldn't say that environment. I
Yeah,
mean, it is in
yeah.
hell. Which is funny. In some way, I like to see that explored even more. I was just watching some old rough.
I just realized there's a... Fuck, what is that one? Paranorman.
Bakshi stuff, and
And
man,
Grinch.
just as old films, they say and do stuff you just could not get away with today. And I feel like this one is tapping on that. It is hell, so that's not surprising. But I think the environment it creates and sort of this psychotic language, and I don't mean like what they're saying is crazy. I mean they're literally using like psychotic violence to communicate half the time.
Yeah.
I think can really be explored more. This is kind of what I thought Cool World was gonna be when I first saw the trailer.
There you go, Cool. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Roger Rabbit for adults. Cool World. That movie is fucking insane. I haven't even seen it. I've watched reviews on it. My brother's seen it. I have not watched it myself. I've seen the nostalgic reviews on it. Yeah, it's.
Which Cool World is great. The movie is not. I do a whole review on it.
Yeah,
You can check
but it
out.
looks amazing.
But the world that I thought we were gonna get is this world and this plot and this environment and these characters. And I think there's a lot that, because there's good characters that keep it anchored. The main character is very likable, very cheerful. It clearly doesn't fit in this, very mean-spirited world that is hell. But because she wants to help, she has a motivation that everybody can kind of get behind and respect and understand. She also likes to sing. I mean,
by that, I think he means the audience.
like, I don't know, like a theater performer or something. She loves to break out into song, and other characters do too. I think that also adds kind of this very playful level
actually,
that,
oh shit.
again, I feel like
Actually, the only other person that breaks it out in the song is Alistair. I don't think anyone else ever breaks out in the song in there. No, none of them do. Addict, I wouldn't count because that's a music video, but
you see in a lot of internet animations right now, like animated YouTube videos and such. But I've yet to see one like this long and to this grand a scale. And I think it very much shows that it can work. But with that said, this also took years and years of putting together.
And that's why they need backing to do all that shit. To pay the animators and all this stuff. And I don't know. I guess Hell of a Boss might be the smaller project, so they might not need as much. But yeah, I don't know.
People across the internet just doing what they want. I mean, I know there was like a lot of people worked on this, that there was a lot of direction, there was a lot, I'm sure they had to keep a lot of this anchored, and they had to say no to a lot of ideas, but they clearly said yes to a lot of ideas too. And I feel like what they said yes to is stuff that's still tied into creating an environment, this hostile environment, but also this very engaging environment. And I think for one episode like this, taking this long, that's fantastic. I think one of the reasons, I shouldn't speculate, and I guess technically I'm not, but I think one of the reasons could be that this did take so long. It is people on the internet, and shows take a while to make, and they're usually on a time crunch. They have to meet deadlines, man. I mean, they have to get...
But because it took so long, people can kind of breathe and like edit things nicer, and that's my guess of what he's coming to.
Out by certain dates, where this one it's like, it's like the Sistine, anyone's ever seen Agony and Ecstasy, shouting to Michelangelo, when will it be done? When I'm finished! It's the same thing, just when it's finished, it'll be done. Like a lot of internet projects, animations, and stuff like that. So I feel like because there's, again, that can be a blessing and a curse, because to make this be a show if that's still what they're interested in. Maybe they're just done. Maybe it's like...
No, they're trying to make it into a show. Again, they're trying to get it pitched. My guess is if the show does go through, they're probably gonna have. My guess would be Viv would probably branch out, like, with money from corporations. Either she branches out and gets someone else to animate it, or she'll be able to pay everyone who animates it to work it. Or again, like I said, she'll probably have some company other work for it. Not company, like an animation studio, animate it. Like maybe she'll even have same writers and everything to obviously but have it animated, and then everyone else, all the artists that worked on Hazbin Hotel, and like all that stuff, they're all gonna be making Hell of a Boss. Hell of a Boss probably won't have like a specific date for each episode, but my guess is, then again, this is complete speculation. My guess is that's probably what Viv is probably gonna do. Have the animation go to a animation studio, and everyone else who worked at Hazbin Hotel, have them work on Hell of a Boss. That way, then you have her main series, which will, I don't know, Netflix or whatever, and then you have the smaller side project that just comes out when it's done on the internet. That way, you have both. That would be my guess. That's probably what I would do, but that'd be my guess.
Like they're fine just with this, which I mean, I'd almost kind of be fine with. I mean, it's a very good pilot. If they want to keep it going, they're gonna have to cut corners around certain avenues, I feel like, because there's gonna be more people control, more financing involved, and it's gonna take more time. There's gonna be more problems that arise, and there's gonna be deadlines you have to meet. Even with shows like Rick and Morty, I mean, that constantly go on hiatus, and and they look great. I mean, that's still a wonderful show. I feel like for something this ambitious, if it is to be turned into a show, it'd either be very few episodes, or they'd have to cut some corners. They'd have to cut down on either.
I would prefer less episodes, more quality. Like, if a season's 5 episodes, I don't think it'd be that bad. I mean, 5, 10 episodes. You know what? 10 episodes. I'd say 10 episodes. Because Owl House, season 1, I think. I don't know. They're having more seasons, like, this Saturday, I think. Expect a review on that. Assuming I don't want to fucking kill myself with this headache. I would say give us 5 to 10 episodes per season of Hazbin Hotel, or you need, and then break for make the other episodes, while those are airing, then 5, keep going, like I'd be okay with that if it's like 5 episodes, I don't know, half a year, maybe a year and a half, half a year. Then we get the next 5, and I would perfectly fine with that if it has really good quality. If it still keeps its good quality to it, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I honestly would.
The motion of the characters, or how much detail is in the background. With that said, there is so much detail in the background and the characters. I mean, everybody just has this unique design. I think there's a light in one scene that's before they go on this newscast, and there's an Eye of Sauron in there. I mean, what a little detail.
I didn't see that one.
And there's just so much detail like that. I mean, the design of the show... Look at everything in my room. I'm going to love the design of this show. I mean, this is totally up my alley.
I've been looking at everything around them.
With that said, I feel like the side story I was talking about before is sort of the turf war battle going on, the cleansing, which is not made very clear exactly how it works. I think even the rules of hell aren't exactly set in stone, but
at least to me, again, this is the pilot. This is the first episode. Like a lot of, I guess, more modern shows, I guess. I think older shows did it too. It's set up. That is all set up right now and will be explained as everything goes on. That's how I would say it. Love or hate Steven Universe, they knew how to set things up they knew how to set things up way beforehand, and then execute it later, or slowly explain it later. Just look at everything from that. Basically, they give the entire story of the Crystal Gems in a song about a cookie cat. Anyways,
I think that's kind of a good thing. It creates kind of flexible reality. So that's great for a pilot. For something that's on its own, like if this is all we get and we never get anything else from Hazbin Hotel,
then it's bad. Then it's not that.
It doesn't make a ton of sense.
No, yeah. If this was just what Hazbin Hotel was, and it was just this, like this was supposed to be its own contained one episode thing, no. It's not Holidays, where Holidays, you have beginning, middle, end. No, this is the beginning, and we haven't had the end. We haven't had the middle, and we haven't had the end of Hazbin Hotel, obviously, yet.
I think it adds a lot to the psychotic atmosphere, that there always has to be yelling, exploding, violence, somebody doing something really crazy, or saying a crazy line, or getting really close to the camera, doing something really nutty like that, which I love, but it doesn't really tie into much. That's something that can be explored in further episodes. So I think it's good in setting, like I said, this environment and this atmosphere, but in a standalone project, if that's what this turns out to be, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Oh, hell no, it doesn't.
I think it's something that can be explored in future episodes. If they did plan, like, future episodes, like, that'd probably be a better thing to bring in, like, episode 2. But I also feel like it adds a lot of, again, that strange environment, that uncomfortable energy that's constantly trying to threaten you, in a sense.
Honestly, he brought up Ralph Bakshi. I would say the part where Serpentis? I think it's Serpentis, the snake guy. When he starts coughing and you see like the sparkly smoke, that is very Don Bluth? Yes, Don Bluth, the guy who made American Tail and stuff like that. It's very Don Bluth, that bit of animation there.
So it's funny. With that said, if this ever did become a show,
a series,
I'm trying to say how to say it. I feel like this is a show that could very easily. So every fan base gets like some part that's gonna take it too seriously. I mean, we've seen this in every fan base. I mean, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Every fan base has
it is every fan base
take something too seriously, or all of it, and it's like, what size will it be? I could easily see this being one of those shows that gets a decent size of that.
Yeah, that usually happens with good properties. wait, that's the thing. Like, when a show becomes really good, Rick and Morty, Hazbin, Sonic. Whether you love it or hate it, Sonic. The Hedgehog, not the fast food place. Yeah, like, there obviously are going to be toxic people in it. But honestly, actually, I don't. Maybe I haven't run into them yet. Maybe I haven't. I don't think I have. I ran into more of the opposition, where people that hate the show, and they want to make sure. Oh no, fuck this show. And it's like, really. Does it hurt you that much? Does it hurt you that much because this show is popular? The dumbest thing, and again, this is part of the stuff I was talking to yesterday on Twitter. They said, well, Hazbin Hotel doesn't need more looking or watching stuff like that because it's indie production, but it got its fame. Now we should focus on another indie production. And I'm like, wait, if I take my attention off of let's say, for one, why can't I support both indie productions? One. Two, if this indie production becomes popular, then two, that I leave Hazbin Hotel for, are you going to tell me then to say, fuck that show and go to the next one? Like, dude, you're acting stupid.
And I think one of the difficulties might be if it does take a long time to get a show going, if they still plan to do a show. I mean, because there's other things on the channel that, if I'm right, don't have anything to do with Hazbin Hotel. Like, it looks like they may be moving on to other projects.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing you didn't look into a lot of this stuff, because there is shit going on. No, yeah, again, it looks like they're trying. Viv is trying to get the show caught by a channel, and then Helva Boss is going to be airing on the YouTube channel. I think she has the next 5 episodes planned out for Hell of a Boss. There hasn't been any news about Hazbin Hotel's other episodes, at least that I'm aware of. I know there's a comic. That's about it.
So again, I'm sorry I don't know a ton about what's in
alright.
store for it or the making of it or anything, but
Even
I
though
can
you can't
see
hear me.
the longer they wait, the more people kind of re-watching this and loving every part of it, and then whatever, years later when episode 2 comes out, everyone being like, well, that's not what I imagined, that's not what I wanted, that's, you know, not what I was looking for, because it becomes...
Maybe? If it drops in quality, I could probably see that happening, but again, if it's just a few episodes and they keep the quality up, I'm perfectly fine.
So fixated on the one thing they've seen. So it is something where I feel like if there is going to be more, there's 2 options in my opinion. Either you make a show and you have to cut back on stuff because you have to get a schedule going so people don't become too fixated on the one project that you have, you know, the one episode that you have, where even if you make an episode 2 and it's what you always want to do, well, everybody's seen that first episode a million times, so they know how it's supposed to work, like, and they don't want you to try new things, you know, so it's like, you always run that danger, and that's always going to be there no matter what. So yeah. I think you either have to do that, or you have to, in my opinion, just make it like, maybe a trilogy, or maybe like 5 episodes, you know, and I'm sure they'll each take a very, very long time.
But mind you, I'm saying 5 episodes per season. I'm not saying 5 episodes end the series. I'm saying 5 episodes per season. But again, very high quality, good episodes.
But you can tell kind of a beginning, middle, and end. I mean, because this very clearly ends with...
What the fuck? I don't want to watch whatever, up to 50% off. I don't give a shit.
Sorry, that they're building up.
God, my head.
Like, more is coming. You're gonna see people that come into the hotel. You're gonna see the staff interact off each other, which is great. There's a lot of possibilities, and honestly, I think, like they say, you have to kind of pick your sacrifices. I think if you want a lot of episodes, you're gonna most likely have to cut some corners.
Again, 5 episodes, perfectly fine with for a season. 10 is like a max, but 5 episodes I would perfectly honestly be fine with. I guess I'm trying to think, like, Owl House is very similar to Hazbin in a sense of a big wacky kind of world filled with demons. I'm trying to think if there's a lot of background things in that show too. I want to say there was at some points, but some points it is like, you know, less people and things. I don't know. Owl House is go check out Owl House. That's a really damn good animated show on Disney, and I really want to see the new episodes coming out. My head is killing me
because there's just, as everybody that made this knows, animation takes a lot of time, especially if you want it to look really.
I am working with, you know, I'm doing everything right now to get the next D&D animated out. It's getting sidetracked too, but still, there's like about like I want to say 100 and something frames in like 150, I think, in my last D&D recap, and that's like a 7-minute recap of like still images, mostly still, basically still. So really an animatic. So yeah, animation's gonna take a shit ton more time if it takes me this long to get these things out, or I'm just fucking lazy. I'm gonna go with the fucking lazy.
Really good, but I also feel like if they're like, no, we don't want to sacrifice our ideas and what we want the show to look like and everything, then I think you just got to shorten the amount of shows, because I don't know how many they
I'll be fine with that.
Get planned. Like I said, I don't know.
The shows, again, it's so far that I've seen that she's trying to push out, it is Hazbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss. Hazbin Hotel will probably be the one that, you know, it's the one that's going to be on channels. I keep repeating myself. Go on channels, Hell of a Boss, YouTube.
Entirely the back.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's at least what it so far it seems. Especially that one Honeycast one for Black Lives Matter. I think it's the Black Lives Matter charity Honeycast where they talk about it a little bit.
Round of it, I'm just going off of only what I've seen and only a little bit I've heard about it. But I think there's a ton of possibilities for it. I think there's a lot of things to like about it. I think the characters are very unique, very charming, very energized. With that said, I can easily see somebody watching this and saying, well, it's a little too in your face, a little too much energy, a little, I don't know if I say too mean-spirited. Oh, I'm sure somebody out there.
Yes, because again, on fucking Twitter, those fucking dumbasses. Good news is that the post I have on there, it's like 100 and something, and the second post, second highest post is like 73, and that's the one that's like disliking Hazbin. I'm just like, good, thank you, majority.
It's too mean-spirited. I show about hell, but I'm sure they're out there.
Hey, exactly. Everyone's like, well, no one needs your curse. They don't need to be that evil. They don't need to be like this. Fucker, they're in hell for a reason. You don't go to hell for no damn reason. Unless you go straight by the Bible logic. Unless that case, you go to hell just for being gay. Which, yeah, that's bad. That's very fucking bad. Not being gay, going to hell because you're gay, because that's very like, ugh. But even I think the Pope said like, no, if you're gay, you can go to heaven. It's fine. Because that's kind of stupidity. In any case.
So, I feel like...
That's something else. Don't comment about that one.
If you go in knowing what the initial idea is, that it's a animated show made by, animators online...
No, you don't do that. See, what you do is you get your most religious, God-loving relatives, and you all have a family movie night.
That takes place
just to fuck with them.
in hell, that has songs in it about a bubbly,
Also, for extra points, say it's from Disney.
character who wants to make people in hell feel better while there's turf wars going on. I mean, I feel like you're gonna know whether or not you're gonna get into this or not, or if you're gonna want to see more, which, I mean, sounds like a lot of people are. I mean, this is clearly a huge hit. And what's nice about it is wherever it goes, whether it makes a lot of episodes or makes few episodes, or even if nothing else ever comes of it, maybe they're just like, man, we're done. That kicked our asses.
They're not done. They're not fucking done. Also, he's gonna attack me when I sleep. I don't know where that joke was coming from, but there is the Buster Sword here. Just in case. My head fucking hurts.
But we got a good project, and let's just call it here, and everybody else can write their own fan fiction or fill out whatever they want to happen to
Don't do it.
these characters. I think that'd be fine too.
That's fine. There's some really good fan fictions out there. I'm gonna keep going on tangents. And better do this before my battery dies. One of my favorite fanfics. It's Kingdom Hearts and Code Geass. It's like a prequel to Kingdom Hearts, but Lelouch is the main character and he's younger. I forgot what the hell it's called, but I really liked it. I just remember I really liked it, and I'm like, this is actually kind of cool. I don't know what the hell it's called. Tell me if anyone else has ever read it. Maybe I'm remembering it completely wrong, but I remember it was pretty damn good. Also, that Lelouch's helmet, Zero helmet, it was based off of his Keyblade armor, if I remember correctly, or is part of his Keyblade armor. It was a protective helmet that was given to him, and then he also used the Keyblade armor on top of it, which then made it into the solidified Zero helmet that he has in the Code Geass show. It's pretty damn cool. Also, there's a part where they talk about like how he has a wall full of weapons, which might have inspired all of this. In any case,
it's a good enough project that I feel it might be good enough just to stop and let other people take over. Whether they want to write fan fiction, whether they want to do their own fan animations or whatever. Like it seems.
No.
It feels very.
I wanted to keep going.
Like this could maybe be one of those. I was gonna say few, but I don't know. I don't read a lot of fan fiction or anything. But maybe one of those few shows where they just have one episode.
Really, Doug? You don't read any fan fiction? You really should read your own. God damn! I only have 4 minutes. Fuck.
Takes over the rest. Like, what version do you like? It's like the Star Wars books. Like, well, which version of the different universes do you like?
I'm gonna have to
spin-off shows and movies and stuff.
Hold on. just in case this ends.
So I think that'd be interesting, or even like Batman or DC, like they do all those spin-off animated movies and stuff like that. You know, maybe it could be like that.
A lot of those animated movies are from the comics, though.
Store for it, but I think there's clearly enough to be explored here. It's a really good starting ground, and even if it doesn't pick up, if it doesn't go
God,
anywhere,
my head.
I think what they have is super creative. I feel like this, if you ever just not feeling like in a creative mood, you can't get the creative juices going or whatever, just watch this, because there's stuff in the background, there's stuff in the foreground, there's the type of characters they're using, there's the sound, like even the radio demon has like this great radio sound that's very unique.
Hello, darling.
The designs of everybody and all the buildings and everything are just like so wonderful and so creative, and you can tell so much time went into them. Even like the angles. There's one shot
at 3 minutes
where I think they're entering like 2 minutes hotel, and it's like this dramatic lighting from the door, and the door is very bright, and their silhouettes.
Backgrounds are really good on Hazbin.
The X's on their eyes are glowing or whatever, and it's like, you didn't need that. I mean, that doesn't really suggest anything to the story or anything, but it just adds to the environment. It adds to the insanity of this world they've created and the style of the show.
Come on, Doug. I got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, initially I think it's a really good pilot. I would love to see more, but even if they don't do it, I still really enjoy it. I think there's enough creativity.
He really picked the perfect timing for this, because there's supposed to be big news about Hazbin.
Some of it, obviously it's a shame not to see it explored more from these people and this creative team, which I definitely like to see. But it's good enough where if that's where it stops, I'd be like, I'm fine. Like, I got my fill. I got my fill of creativity and energy and song and color and design. All the stuff I really love.
Son of a bitch, he's gonna keep talking.
Dark animation like this. So I say check it out. You probably have, like I said, 40 million as I'm reviewing this. I'm sure it's gonna get even more just after I film this. So
Hell, Addict I think
really
is like
dig it.
really high right now too already.
There's a lot that can be done with it. So what do you guys think? I mean, obviously it's a lot of people love it, but if there's something that maybe you didn't like, or you think something I missed that's even better than what I was talking about, because I definitely really, really enjoyed it. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Even if you have, check it out again. I watched it twice for this review, and I was just like, yeah, man, there's just so much to appreciate in the look and style, but also just a creative story and characters that you like. I
got 1 minute, and that's 1 minute and 5 seconds. I am fucked.
Let me know what you think as well. So that's about it. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't do a traditional Dark Toons this week. I'll try to get back to them as normal. I just got behind on work this week, so sorry about that. But yeah, let me know what you thought of Hazbin Hotel. Do you want to see more? What direction do you think it should go in, or would like to see it go in? All
right, I'm just gonna let. I'm gonna charge this for a second, and then I will give my thoughts on his thoughts, even though I've been doing that this whole video. And recording there. Shit. Alright, so I got 7 minutes. I like his thoughts on it. Actually, I want to see here. Let's review Hazbin. Me the time has come. I'm guessing it has been requested a lot. I'm guessing this has been requested a lot. What? Kind of because there's not traditional darkness. Advanced darkness. It's advanced darkness. Yes. Hotel Governors. God damn it. I like that song too. See title Confused Joy. Yeah. I like these thoughts on it, honestly, because again, like, there's a lot of movies that like I can completely disagree with him on, and I've done that for a lot of them. I would honestly say, yeah, I liked his thoughts on this. His thoughts on it. Me and him actually kind of came up with similar ideas of, yeah, like to keep the quality up. Last episodes, or again, like I said, like you're gonna have to send that out to probably send it's. Oh god, my camera's fucking crooked as hell. Stuff like that, but I like the points he brought up. I like how like he just noticed all the details about it. And yeah, it's freaking cool. The show was awesome. His reaction is honestly not that bad. Through all the controversy that Nostalgia Critic has had. His review's not that bad. And of all the videos that, movies and stuff that, like, I've disagreed with on him with, still pretty good. He's actually, surprisingly enough, he's a really good, reviewer of cartoons. He is. Doug. Also, his Hunchback of Notre Dame one is pretty damn funny. But in any case, thanks for watching. I'm sure videos that I've done. Links are on my Facebook on there somewhere. Please check out my other videos, my other Hazbin videos, theories, stuff like that. Surprisingly, the Charlie's Fallen theory is like the one I get most comments on. Or I think that is the one that is knocking down my number one video on my channel, which has been up for like 5-7 years. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you videos that done, again, links are on my Facebook on this one. Please check out my videos. Hope you like it, and we will see you later.